Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Wallace. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they'll begin by running the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wallace. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barrett. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Mevis knocks this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
That's good for 28 yards. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Come on, 38.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Wallace. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down. Wallace. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be 49er football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery. Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Lance looking to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, Wallace. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are back within a score. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Lance now on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. They got his man. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Hankins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Wallace. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Mevis is up and good. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, Lance! Black up! Ready?
On 1st down, Lance.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fields in right around the goal line.
The Niners take over 1st down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready, set!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 2nd and 7, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 6. Lance going to keep it on the option.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Operating from the gun, Wallace.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff up the middle. Hankins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, Hankins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw on third down, Wallace. He finds his man, complete. That's Barrett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hankins. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Akers will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit.
He's got him in, complete. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready?
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
52 blaster.
The Lance going to throw.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Steal. Check steal. Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to swell the lead to 6. Butker's kick here is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barrett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Hankins. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least some. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On the counter, this is Akers. Down right around the 25. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mevis knocks this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Okay, ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a